Good morning, everybody. My name is Michael Grigsby, and I am an intern for the Office of Ethics and Policy here at UNC Chapel Hill. Today, I am virtually joined by Bryde, who is a Conflict of Interest Officer and the Director of the COI program here in the Division of Institutional Integrity and Risk Management at UNC Chapel Hill. Thank you so much today for joining us. Joy?
Well, thank you, Michael. It's my pleasure to be here.
No problem. So as we begin, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and what your role is here at UNC Chapel Hill?
Sure. I've been in the position since 2011. I've been with the university since 2008. So part of my background, I've been in higher education my entire professional career, and particularly previously before in schools of medicine. Here, with the Conflict of Interest Office, my position is to oversee, as the director, to oversee that program, and as the COI officer, the designated university official who has responsibility for actually signing off and certifying any documents related to any management that we have to present, particularly to the federal government.
Right. So what is the structure of the Conflict of Interest Division, and who do you report to as the director?
Right. So the COI office is myself, plus 4 COI analysts, and we also have a support staff member. And so we service the entire community with that office. I report directly to George Battle, the Vice Chancellor for Institutional Integrity and Risk Management. Which is a new division at the university, has been around about a year and a half. COI has been part of it for just over a year, and is really where a lot of compliance functions who have responsibilities across the university, conflict of interest, export control, privacy, are now grouped together.
Right. So in general, what is a conflict of interest, and how is your work integral to the work of the university?
Right. So in general, at Chapel Hill, the conflict of interest is where there is a overlap or a relationship where your external relationships overlap or can appear to overlap with your university work. And many people are used to having or seeing conflicts of interest from the time they've been 9 or 10 years old. They just don't realize it. Many people, particularly in the US, have come through and played soccer or baseball. And inevitably, the coaches of those teams are the parents, right? So if you were the coach's kid, did you get extra time to play? Did you get extra coaching? If you weren't the coach's kid, did you perceive that? Or did you think that they were getting a benefit? So that overlap, right? It doesn't mean it's wrong. It's just there, and we need to be transparent about it.
Definitely. So throughout COVID, how did the pandemic change the way your office conducted its business?
So a lot of our work was already done electronically, where staff and faculty submit forms online and they get reviewed that way. And so that really didn't change. But we also had a lot of in-person meetings, whether they were committee meetings or one-on-ones with the faculty. And so those all changed to electronic format. Everybody adapted, but I think particularly the committee meetings do work better because it's larger groups, anywhere from 10 to 15. Those were a little harder because of the dynamic. But some of our one-on-one meetings, the faculty actually now prefer to be virtual, and in fact have asked me to continue them being virtual afterwards. So I
Right.
will do, of course, because we also thought it worked better.
Yeah, definitely. So how has that transition back to in-person been for you in your office?
It's been challenging. I think most people, right? A change of being home for 14, 15 months. I'm back in the office full time. My staff members are doing hybrid. They're working 2.5 days in the office and about an equal amount of time at home. And we're, again, we've adapted like many offices in terms of doing a lot of instant messaging and really having defined meeting times. We lose that office interaction, and that's why everybody's coming in at some point. And it's just, in some ways, there are sometimes easier ways just to do those discussing cases that we're, and having to explore options.
Yeah, definitely. Sometimes Zoom is a good thing, I think.
Absolutely.
Okay, well, thank you so much for talking with us today, Joy. We've loved learning to get to know more about you and your position here at UNC Chapel Hill.
Oh, thank you, Michael. My pleasure.
Yeah, have a great day.
You too. Bye.